When Isiah Whitlock Jr. passed away, the internet reacted instantly. Clips resurfaced. Quotes were shared. Tributes poured in. But beneath all of that noise, there was a quieter question almost no one asked. Why did someone so recognizable, someone whose presence felt permanent, slowly step out of view long before the end? Because Isiah Whitlock Jr.'s story isn't just about a career, it's about what happens when someone chooses silence in a world that rewards noise. For many viewers, Isiah Whitlock Jr. will always be remembered as Clay Davis from The Wire, a character so vivid that his voice alone could pull you back into the world of the show. But what's often overlooked is what came after that success. He didn't flood social media. He didn't build a personal brand. He didn't try to stay constantly visible. Instead, something changed. Why would an actor step back when the industry finally knows his name? According to people familiar with his work in past interviews, Whitlock was never comfortable with fame that existed outside the craft. He valued performance, not attention. In an industry built on exposure, that mindset quietly isolates you. From the outside, it looked like he faded. But in reality, he never stopped working. He continued appearing in film, television, and theater, just selectively. Projects mattered more than momentum. This is where the story turns darker. Because selective careers don't trend. The algorithm rewards constant output. The public remembers repetition. And silence, even intentional silence, gets misread. Over time, fans began asking, what happened to him? Nothing happened. He simply chose a path that didn't demand attention. Isiah Whitlock Jr. was deeply respected by his peers. That became clear only after his death. Tributes from actors, directors, and collaborators described him as thoughtful, generous, and precise, someone who elevated scenes without demanding credit. But respect doesn't make headlines, and that's where something unsettling appears. You can be admired, valued, even loved in professional circles, and still feel invisible to the wider world. This is the quiet cost of dignity in a loud industry. Clay Davis was more than a role. It was a cultural imprint. A character that audiences associated so strongly with Whitlock that it became difficult to separate the two. That kind of recognition is powerful and limiting. Some actors lean into it, others resist it. Whitlock chose resistance. He didn't want to repeat himself. He didn't want to parody his own success. And that decision, while artistically honest, comes with consequences. What happens when you refuse to become what the audience expects? You keep your integrity, but you lose visibility. As years passed, Whitlock's public presence became quieter. Not gone. Not erased, just quieter. In today's culture, silence is often mistaken for decline, and decline is often mistaken for tragedy. Fame demands participation. Legacy does not. Whitlock's career reminds us that the two are often confused. Fame is loud, immediate, and fragile. Legacy is slower, built through consistency, restraint, and depth. When tributes surfaced after his passing, many people realized something uncomfortable. They hadn't seen him recently. But they never stopped remembering him. That distinction matters. There's no scandal here, no dramatic fall, no public unraveling. And that's exactly why it feels heavy. Because it forces us to confront a truth we don't like, that meaningful lives don't always come with constant visibility, that dignity doesn't announce itself, and that some people leave the world quietly, even when they matter deeply. Why does that unsettle us more than chaos? Because chaos is easier to explain than restraint. In the end, Isiah Whitlock Jr. didn't vanish. He simply lived and worked on his own terms. His silence wasn't emptiness. It was choice. And in a culture obsessed with being seen, choosing quiet can feel almost defiant. That may be the most powerful thing he ever did.